Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I wanted to create a makeup look inspired by the Barbie movie that's coming out. And this video idea was actually suggested to me by my grandma, which I thought was such a cute and great idea. So shout out May May. So before we get into today's video, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I really hope people dress up for the premiere or to even just go see the movie. I think that'd be so cute. I went to the theater yesterday to see Indiana Jones, and they had a Barbie box that you could pose in. And I thought that'd be so fun to take pictures in with your friends if you got all cute for the movie. That's what I'm planning on doing. So hopefully this is the look I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna start off with my eyes today, just in case there's any fallout or anything. And I'm going to prime my eyes using the About Face eye primer. Since I'm going to be using some creams, I feel like they glide better over top of this one. It's not as waxy as the Fenty Beauty one, but it still offers a really great hold on your makeup look. So because I'm unsure of what I'm doing today, I'm going to totally wing this look. I'm going to start with this Slick Waterline eye pencil from Melt Cosmetics in the shade Ivory to kind of sketch out my makeup look. So I'm gonna start off with my pencil on my outer corner. I feel like you guys are a little too far still. I just heard the weirdest noise. It sounded like a whale. Was that in my head? I don't know. Too much caffeine. And I'm using this because pink pigments tend to stain the eye a little bit, so I didn't want to like mess up and then have to wash it off and it be stained, you know? So this is just a precautionary step. And that way I feel like I can get a really good shape and then just trace over it. I don't want it to go all the way in, but I still want some inner corner detail. So I think I'll do a little line here. Something like that. So now I'm going to use my little Melt Cosmetics pigment paint in the shade Concha. I believe this is a discontinued shade, but it's like the perfect Barbie pink. It's super, super neon. And it is unfortunately a little bit dried out, but I think it's still going to work. Like, it's still creamy enough. Yeah, it'll work. So I'm going to apply that using my Smith 203 brush. And I'm going to trace exactly what I lay down here. I feel like I need a smaller brush. I feel like this one might be better. The Moda angled eyeliner brush. It's just a little shorter so I can see where I'm going better. And it's okay if the inside is a little bit messy. I'm just really trying to get a clean line on the outside. I'm switching my brush again to do the inner corner portion. And this is a Glisten 3 brush. And I feel like it'd be fun to do an inner corner extension using this color. Ooh, this liner's a little chunky, being a little difficult to work with. I like how this blank space is like the size of my iris. It's pleasing to the eye for some reason. I'm going to take some concealer and I'm just going to clean up the line right here. Now I think we should fill in this entire space using this cool pink from Danessa Myricks. This is the Color Fix Neon in the shade Bubblegum. I am so sad to say this, but I think the neons were discontinued. Don't know why. They are so fantastic, especially this color. I'm gonna have to do a video on all of my discontinued past favorite products because I have a list going on and it's upsetting. To say the least. I'm going to just take this on this Moda SMI shader brush, and then I'm going to paint this everywhere. And I'm going to take a smaller brush to fill in the smaller areas, like over here. I'm just trying to fade this one off on the inner corner. I don't want it to come to like a really harsh edge. Same with here. I don't want that to look funny. I'm just wiping off the brush. I applied it all over my lid and I'm going to kind of drag downward. Maybe just do a little blending motion right here, just so that it doesn't look so cut off. And then I'm going to add a second layer now that it's a little bit more dried. I am planning on putting a shimmer all over the lid, which will help to kind of mask the little bit of patchiness. Now I'm going to be layering the Chrome Addiction from Half Magic Beauty in the shade Baby Bunny, which is a really pretty pink reflect. And speaking of baby bunnies, well, he's a hare, but whenever I say my hair, people think I'm talking about this hair, not the rabbit kind, you know? So as you know, Francois got injured, and I know a lot of you want an update, and I don't really have an update. I'm still trying to get him to a wildlife sanctuary, but I've talked to a few professionals and they're like, he seems fine. He still lives in my front yard. I go pick him some clover and some leaves from his favorite tree to nibble on every day, and he's kind of living life. I don't know. He looks unfazed. So many people told me that like wild animals are insanely strong, and I'm like, yeah, I can see that. He is just living like normal. So I guess that's good. I don't understand it because his legs are very, very broken. I don't know, but right now he's okay. I'm still trying to get him somewhere though, and I have tried to catch him a few times. He is just so freaking huge and so strong. Even with -2 legs, I can't do it. Unfortunately, my mic cut out, but thankfully I caught it early enough, so this video didn't get scrapped. So I decided to put on some more liner on top of my eye. I felt like that's what was missing balance for me. And then I applied some mascara, and I used my Clio Kill Lash Mascara. It's the Super Proof Volume Curling one. It's incredible. It's so good at keeping the curl in my lashes, and it just stays on all day. No flaking, no smudging, no nothing, and the brush is just incredible. It's so small, and I feel really confident using it. It's an amazing mascara. I've become such a huge fan of it. And then I decided to put on some falsies, and I used my Falscara Spiky Glam Wisps. And I used 2 mediums and a small. They do feel a little bit long, but I mean, might as well go full glam for Barbie, you know? But now let's move on to the base. I feel like we need to start adding some balance. I feel like my eyes look crazy. And I'm going to start off with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I feel like I've been using the e.l.f. one like crazy, so I wanna give this one a little bit of love. I'm taking 2 pumps of that, and I'm just going to let that set up. But in the meantime, I'll tell you which foundation I'm going to wear. I'm going to be using my Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. I don't know what shade. Shade 3 might be a little bit dark for me at the moment, and light 2 might be a little bit too light. No, I think that's fine actually. Light 2 it is. And I feel like this foundation gets me a really perfected look, so that's why I wanted to opt for this one. Just by adding foundation, I'm even more obsessed with the eyes. I'm getting really excited about this look all of a sudden. Okay, so now for concealer, I want to try something. I'm going to try something. So I'm going to use my Revolution Eye Bright Concealer in the shade Light. So I'm gonna put some of that on. And I like the pinky tone that this one has, but I want to add even more pinky tones. And so many of you asked me to mix in a little bit of this About Tone blush into my concealer. And I was like, oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? So I'm gonna try it out today. I'm going to put a little bit of this here. And we'll see what happens. Because I'm obviously going to be going in with pink blush, so this always adds a pretty transition. I feel like it didn't really do much. Let's see, I want to add a little bit more. I feel like it's just kind of screwing with the consistency of that concealer. I don't know. But now I'm going to set my under eyes using my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Cupcake. And I'm going to apply it with my Kosas sponge here. And also this is a dry sponge. I was too lazy to get up again to go dampen it, but paid off today. So I'm excited for the next step because I'm going to add more definition to my cheeks. I'm going to be using my Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt shaping stick in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to add more contour using Amber from Fenty Beauty. Like, how gorgeously did that just blend? Amazing. And I'm going to take some Amber right into my hollows. I'm just gonna brush whatever's left on my brush right here on my jaw, because I feel like it was looking a little white. Now to highlight, I'm going to use my Rare Beauty Mesmerize highlighter, which is the pinky one. I usually use Exhilarate, but I think this will suit the vibe better. Now for blush, I have two contenders here, or maybe I could layer them. So I have the Persona Bubble Blush Multi-Stick, which looks like this. It's a really nice cool pink. Might be a little bit violet now that I'm putting it against my cheek here. And I also have the MAC Rosy Cheeks Extra Dimension Blush, which looks like this. I think that is more on tone. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. And this one's fun. It has kind of a nice reflect to it. Wow, that can be very pigmented. I've got to be careful with that. I don't want it to overpower, but I think that's more on tone. I think I'm going to set my face first so I don't overpower with blush, and I'm just going to use the powder from the Patrick Ta duo here. I'm just going to do a knife. Why did I say that? A nice layer of this. A nice layer of it. Ew. And I'm going to apply this blush with my BK Beauty 107 brush. Cute. Okay, that's a good amount. I'm happy with that. Oh my god, I forgot my brows. I'm just going to quickly do that, so please enjoy the brow intermission. The brows are on and I'm feeling much better. So now let's move on to lips. It always feels so funny when I switch up my makeup routine because I still feel like I have to do my eyes now, but they're done, aside from mascara on the lower lashes. For my lips, I'm going to just use a little bit of my Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Muted Pink. And then for my lip, I feel like this was the most fitting just because of the name. It's the Kosas Wet Stick in the shade Malibu. And just makes me think of Malibu Barbie. And I wanted just something chill for the lips. Although now that that's on with the lip liner, I feel like it's a little bit mauve, so I might need to amp up the pink. I think I'm just going to use a little bit of Talking Points from MAC. There we are. I think that's better. I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. I don't think I want any detail down there, just a little definition. I know I say this often, but I think this is one of my top favorite makeup looks I've ever done. I am hypnotized by my own eyes. I just love it. I don't know what else to say, except that I will be wearing this to the Barbie premiere if my friends and I are dressing up. Because this is just too much fun and I'm going to want to recreate this. And I'm so happy I have it on film now so I can look at it for the rest of my life if I feel like it. But that's going to be all from me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what else you'd like to see in the comments down below. But besides that, I'll have everything I used linked in the description box, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!